Welcome back, friend. Kris Krohn here, and today I want to talk about 3 steps to overcoming any challenge. Because here's the reality. Some of us are actually wanting to live life where we don't have any problems, but life doesn't quite work that way. So it's not about avoiding opposition, it's about knowing how to manage it. It's about knowing how to deal with it. So today I'm going to share with you my 3 life hacks, my 3 steps on what I do, so that when a challenge comes in my world, I know how to pulverize it. So first of all, we just got to start with the basics. Understand that opposition is actually your friend. It's the key to growth. Most of us, when we raise ourselves in a world of victimhood, we look at opposition and we look at challenge. And the problem with that is that we see it as a hindrance. We see it as something getting in our way. It's costing me money. It's costing me relationships. It's making my life harder. It's taking more of my time. But the reality is that without opposition, there's generally very little or no growth. And without growth, we can't get hardened and beast ourselves into the person that has this indomitable spirit that can crush it through anything in life. I mean, for just a moment, think about a challenge that you had to work through. Something that sucked a lot times 10, right? Like one of the painful moments of life. And when you think about this moment, one of the challenges, one of the hard things is that there's all this hurt, or maybe there's hopelessness or depression or anger. Whatever that energy is, you're simply mid-process. Because when you get to the other side, what you find is a lesson and you find a thank you. Because you grow, you become more of who you want to become. And there's 3 steps that I leverage that actually help make that possible. So I'm going to teach them to you right now. Grab pen and paper, and here's the first one. If you want to overcome any challenge in your life, and let me give you some context. You join my real estate community, and you and I are going to hobnob around the world, and we're going to help you become financially free. So you're excited about that. You're stoked, but I can promise you, you don't get to win your financial freedom without a whole pile of opposition. The only difference is this. I view opposition as my friend. So step number 1, you got to learn to recognize the opportunity. Napoleon Hill said that every opposition, every challenge, every difficulty holds an equal or greater seed of opportunity for growth and for what you actually want in life. So you got to stop actually treating your challenge like it's the problem, and you get to stop and recognize, now wait a second here. There's a gift in here. There's a lesson. There's something that will actually make me become better, because nothing happens on accident. Here's the sucky part that no one tells you. If you don't learn the lesson, then you're going to reincarnate the challenge. It's going to keep showing up. It's going to keep happening in your life, which means that you and we got to figure out how to overcome this thing rather than just managing it and feeling sucky and sucky and suckier about our life. Okay, number 2, learn the lesson. How do you do that? I ask myself this question. How is this challenge an advantage to me? Now that's a powerful question. It's worth writing down. I recommend that you pause and start reflecting on some of your challenges and asking, how is this helping me? How can I utilize this to my advantage? How is this making me a better person? I'm telling you right now, I've had moments in my life that I thought would destroy me. I've gone through some crazy, difficult challenges, and I've watched men and I've watched women that because they never overcame, it decimated their life, and they never came back from it. You might be one of those right now actually watching this saying, Kris, hands up, man, that's me. Okay, listen, brother, sister, I've been there. I know what that feels like. But there's a lesson, and until you learn the lesson, the pain will not go away. When you get the lesson is far more valuable than whatever the challenge was. And no matter how much money you lost, no matter the loss of relationship, if you get the lesson, this is the pearl of wisdom. This is the pearl of great price. This is the thing that leads to the thank you. So here's the 3rd and most important thing. We've got to create a new identity for what we call challenge and hardship and tribulation. For me, I embrace opposition. When it shows up in my world, it means that it's time for me to level up, not level down. You get stuck if you want to whine, if you want to complain, if you want to talk about how nothing's going your way. I'm going to tell you right now, you have already lost. And here's the cool part. You're going to keep losing. And it's going to get worse. And it's going to get worse. And then it's going to happen again. And then you're going to become more miserable until one day you wake up an old, crotchety, unfulfilled person who's looking at life wondering why you were even here. Because you went head to toe with what you perceived as the enemy. Embracing opposition is to treat opposition like a friend. know that whatever challenge, and I don't care how deep it is, if you've been through rape, if you've been through horrible abuse, if you've been through some of the worst, you listen up right now. You can create a new identity around your hardship and hate yourself for it, and hate other people and become a worse human being. Or you can recognize that no matter how deep your trials have been, that it's an equal or greater opportunity for your growth. How do you do that? Gratitude, thankfulness, embrace the lesson, and just start by becoming a master of recognition. One of my mentors, Tony Robbins, he says that one of the most powerful skills in life is pattern recognition. And I'm inviting you to stop looking at opposition as a problem and to start viewing it as a friend with lessons and benefits that has the ability to help you level up your life where you really want to go. Because hey, if you want to get with me and say, hey Kris, I want to be financially free, then one of the things I'm going to do if you come out to one of my live events or I start training you as your mentor, what I'm going to tell you is you got to clean up your past. You got to clean up your crap. It's time for forgiveness. It's time to let go. Because when you do, you ascend. You go to that next level. That is going to be one of the requirements if you want wealth. So if you're like, Kris, I want the nice car. Kris, I want the nice house. Kris, I want more of the nice things in life. I'm going to say, great. Sometimes you have to let something die to make room for something brand new. And if you want to give birth to new, empowering results, then it's time to ditch parts of your past and story that you haven't learned the lessons on, get the lesson, and emerge a more powerful version of you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you feel like it is time to start seizing your life's destiny, if you're ready to get to the top of the mountain, I'm going to invite you to get with me for several days at one of my life-changing full immersion events. I have been doing them for years, thousands have experienced them, and I'll tell you, it might be time to shake things up for you. It might be time for you to elevate your life to the next level, and all you need to do is click the link in the description below. I'll give you all the details. Reach out to a member of my team. Get yourself registered for one of my next upcoming live events. And if you do, I make you this promise. It'll not only be worth it, but your life will never be the same again.